Ladies and gentlemen, let us begin with the world before the bicycle. When men relied on horses for transport, horses were the backbone of daily life. They pulled carts, carried riders across fields, and powered commerce. But in 1817, amid a year without a summer caused by volcanic ash blocking the sun, feed grew scarce and horses became expensive. That year, German Baron Karl von Dries invented the Laufmaschine, or dandy horse. It was a wooden frame with two inline iron-rimmed wheels, a padded saddle on a post, and curved handlebars for steering. No pedals existed. You simply pushed off with your feet and coasted. Here is Dries himself gliding along in period art, top hat and all. The dandy horse spread as a fad among the wealthy, but rough roads limited it. By 1860, French blacksmith Pierre Michaud added pedals directly to the front wheel's axle. This velocipede, soon nicknamed the Bone Shaker, had an iron frame, wooden spokes, and basic rubber strips on rims. Handlebars were plain steel, forks straight blades, and brakes non-existent. Every cobble jarred the rider, hence the name. In the 1870s, the penny farthing emerged. Engineers enlarged the front wheel to 60 inches for speed. One pedal turn equaled one revolution. The rear stayed tiny, pedals stayed on the axle, and brakes were simple spoon levers. Riders perched high, looking elegant but risking falls. A young Victorian gentleman balances on one here, bowler hat steady. Then came 1885. John Kemp Starley unveiled the Rover safety bicycle. Steel tubes formed a diamond frame, strong, light, no wobble. Equal 28-inch wheels held solid rubber tires. A chain linked pedals to the rear hub, delivering power without leaning forward. Handlebars adjusted, seat springs cushioned, forks had dropouts for swaps. Brakes used rim pads. At 35 pounds, it was stable, cheap, and revolutionary. Everyone adopted it. By the 1890s, safety bikes displaced horses. No stables, no feed, no manure. Clerks pedaled to offices. Women and bloomers rode freely. Cities grew cleaner. Horses retreated to farms. Motorized bicycles arrived next. Sylvester Roper built the first in 1869, a steam velocipede with a boiler on the frame, piston driving the rear wheel, no pedals. It smoked and rattled, but it moved without kicking. Roper poses proudly beside his creation. Gas engines followed. In 1894, Hildebrand and Wolfmuller produced the first series, a 4-horsepower twin, belt drive, no pedals, just kickstart. Frames strengthened for torque. The Werner brothers refined it in 1901. Small engine at the bottom bracket, chain drive, throttle on bars, pedals lingering for backup. Forks stiffened, weight rose, but it felt like a boosted bike. These early motorized bicycles were add-ons, kits bolted to safety frames. Smith motor wheel replaced the rear with a powered one, chained to hub. Brakes lagged, ignition used hot tubes, cooling was air or water. By 1910, chains rolled smoother, cranks forged thick, suspension added leaf springs. Power hit 10 horses, horses out for good. Briefly, this evolution birthed the motorcycle. In 1903, William Harley and Arthur Davidson built their first, a single-cylinder engine on a reinforced bicycle frame. Belt drive, pedals still there. Serial number 1 sits preserved, black, simple, iconic. Now back to motorized bicycles. The 1920s and 30s saw cycle motors boom. Whizzer kits mounted low on cruisers, 138cc 4-stroke, belt drive, tiny tank. Pedals remained for legal starts. Here is a classic whizzer on a Schwinn. Green frame, silver tank, engine humming. Post-war, Velo Solex dominated France. 49cc 2-stroke, friction roller on the front tire, no chain. Pedal to start, throttle for speed. Mobilette followed, 50cc chain drive, full frame, pedals for rules. Millions sold, quiet, cheap. The 50s to 70s brought Japanese mopeds. Honda's 50cc 2-strokes, kickstart, 35 miles per hour. USS clip-ons used rotary valves. Brakes became drums, carbs tuned better. By the 80s, gas kits persisted, 80cc two-strokes on bikes, but cities banned them. Hobbyists kept Whizzers and Solexes alive, oily, loud, nostalgic. Into the 2000s, Chinese kits surged, 80cc two-strokes, bolt-on, cheap. Clamped low, chain to rear, throttle ready. Modders ported them for 40 miles per hour. Today, 2026, they're hobby relics, noisy, fun, still half bike. Electric took over for commuters, but gas motorized bikes endure in garages, a bridge from pedals to power.